Yo, Harrison, it's Sam.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
I'm just down here. I think I've got the Golf right in front of me.
Oh, okay. I'll come right outside.
Okay, sounds good.
See you in a minute. Bye.
Bye-bye. What's up, Harrison?
Am I already live?
You're live,
how
man.
It goes with your things? How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
And we're here with your Golf, huh?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Samuele Nocentini, and it's Monday long weekend. Already September, it's crazy. Summer is just flying by, and it's a beautiful sunshine day in Canada. And we're here with Harrison Davis and his Golf. And we're going to cruise in this beauty here, and then grab your other whip, the Miata, right?
Yeah.
In Colwood, and take that for a run. So it should be a pretty solid day. We're sitting at driver's seat right now, so Harrison just gave me a bit of a overview of the car here, and it's got some nice paddle shifters here. Just put it in drive. And what were you saying about the rev limiter there? It's got a tune?
Yeah, so I was just explaining that the car has a tune on both the motor but also on the dual clutch transmission.
Yeah.
So it changes the way it reacts a little bit. It won't when you're in manual shift itself at all, whereas before the tune it would shift itself if you went to redline or anything. And it shifts a little faster, changes the mapping in drive and sport, and lets you do like double down shifts and launch control and things like that.
We'll have to test that out. Yeah, you work Alfa Romeo there at the dealership.
Yeah, that's how I met you.
Yeah, that's how me and Harrison met, and Harrison actually has a very, very cool Instagram page, so I'll throw it in the description there.
Cool, thanks.
Oh yeah.
I was just saying that the car used to be a lot louder. It had a catless downpipe and a factory exhaust, but with the muffler removed, but the resonator left in. And I really liked it because it was like really loud on full open throttle, but it could be quiet leaving the neighborhood if you didn't want to piss your neighbors off and stuff like that. But moving to Victoria, the local police have sort of adapted a anything aftermarket is illegal mentality, even if that's not the way the laws are written.
Yeah.
And I got pulled over and hassled a little bit for the exhaust, and so I've put it now has a factory catback, but it still has a downpipe.
Yeah, it still pops a bit, you can hear it.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
That's part of the tune. So
tell me what you were saying about the cops there on the socials.
Oh yeah, I was scared to talk about this in the video because the local police have like undercover anonymous accounts on all the Facebooks and YouTube channels and stuff for local people, because they are just so against the car scene for some reason.
But we're always doing the speed limit, as you guys know, so
I mean, I got my
good.
first ticket ever a couple weeks ago for doing 7 kilometers an hour over.
7 kilometers an hour. Give me a break.
3 points and a $180 ticket, so that was...
So guys, be careful out there because they're always on the look.
Yeah.
I was just telling Harrison, I saw the video from Bugatti, official video from Bugatti, and they did more than 300 miles an hour with the Chiron. So it's like, I saw the video, it was almost 492 kilometers an hour.
It's wild.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I'll put just a small clip in the video while we're talking here. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. I thought it was crazy enough when they did the Veyron however many years ago on Top Gear there.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like the fact that it can go that fast isn't that impressive to me. It's the fact that they actually did it. Not that just it was a calculation by the engineers somewhere, but they found a stretch of road long enough and they pinned that throttle for however long they had to hit that kind of stupid speed. That is what blows my mind.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. It was super cool video. They had like 3, 4, 5 GoPros pointing all around. Yeah, it was. And that car is beautiful, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Chiron is just, I love it. Yeah, this car has got some kick. Turbos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear them. The shut-off valve is just so fun.
Yeah, it's a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder.
Yeah, when you give it, it goes. It's not too heavy. I don't think it weighs that much.
No, I don't think it's a ton. I don't know exactly what it weighs, but it's not a super heavy car.
Yeah, sticking to the ground. You said you got new wheels?
New
recently?
tires, yeah. It's got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's on it.
Nice, yeah.
My first time buying a real summer tire for a car, so.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, it goes. These are the cars I grew up with, and it's cool to get the hands on some of them. Yeah. Also, I'm super stoked we're going to try the Miata as well, and I've seen so many of those around, and I know the people around here really like those cars. So
have you never driven one?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Perfect. I'll leave the keys in there. So
this was my first car.
Yeah.
Bought it when I was 15 years old. I didn't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
We had to put it in my dad's name so that we could get it home.
Yeah. So we got a car guy here, 100%.
And it's my forever car. I don't think I'll ever be able to get rid of it.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Not bad for 27 or so years old.
Yeah. It's nice and clean in here.
Yeah. Well, when I bought it, I couldn't drive it, and we lived in Ontario at the time, so even once I did have my license, I had to store it for 6 months of the year, because it would not be a good winter car.
Yeah.
So I sort of kept myself busy by teaching myself how to work on cars, and just taking it apart, cleaning it, painting pieces, repairing rust, repairing leaks, whatever, and putting it back together.
And I think that's the fun of it, just taking care of it and restoring it in these cases, or just modifying it.
Yeah, I would have never had such a appreciation for cars and stuff if I hadn't done that.
Yeah,
so
that's super cool.
Any chance you can throw these at your feet?
Do you know this? Harrison here likes to drive in bare feet. He said, yes, the pedals are so gnarly.
The pedals are too small. They're made for little Japanese guy feet.
Hashtag no shoes for this one.
I looked it up. It's legal. Barely.
That's awesome. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this is a tiny little thing here.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, I bought it in when I was 15.
Yeah.
I don't know what year it was, but it had 160,000 kilometers on it. It's got a couple of little things done to it, but it's collector plated, so there's limits on what sort of modifications you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
It has a Flying Miata suspension, which barely changes the ride height at all, because you're only allowed to change the ride height by like 3 inches on these plates.
So it's interesting they have some restrictions for collector plates.
They do, yeah. So
I didn't know that.
I have a catback exhaust, but I'm not allowed to touch the headers or the catalytic converter. Those have to stay factory.
Yeah.
It's got a wooden steering wheel from a Japanese model. I love this car. It's my forever car, and I'm not afraid to spend 8 times what it's worth on keeping it nice.
That's awesome. The steering wheel there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
these cars were supposed to have this steering wheel when they were new, like they had the matching shift knob and stuff.
Yeah.
But the US cars required airbags,
Yeah.
and the Canadian cars were matched to the same spec as the US cars, but they didn't need airbags, so they got what they called the Canadian Sport steering wheel. And it was a no airbag wheel. It was kind of ugly, and yeah. So I found someone who had taken a wheel off of a Japanese Unos Roadster, which is what this car is called in Japan. So this is the wheel that this car would have had if the Mazda engineers had gotten their way for the particular edition this one is.
That's super cool. Like back down, it's nice. Yeah, for the summer it's just ideal.
It's a fun car.
Yeah.
I've driven a lot of nice cars. I work at an Alfa Romeo and Maserati dealership. I've driven Lamborghinis, I've driven Ferraris, and sure, I want them all, and they're way more fun than this car, but the fun to the dollar spent, I've never driven anything that comes close to what this car... Oh, I was just saying, it's a rule when you're driving a Miata that if you see another Miata, especially a first gen, you have to do a pop-up headlight wave at them. As a Miata owner, I'll tell you, if someone didn't do a pop-up headlight wave to me, I'd get really offended. So it's a common courtesy. And it's got 205,000 kilometers on it, and it still has its original clutch. So it drives like a car that needs a clutch. So I was telling them to be a little careful, but at the same time, it won't slip or anything really unless you dump the clutch.
Yeah.
And if anything happens, I've got a new clutch on order anyways. And a CAA membership, which is really important with an older car.
This is fun, guys. Yeah, and I haven't got to drive standard in a while, so...
Oh no?
No.
I knew you would know how to, because everyone in Italy does. Like,
Man,
you have to.
You grow up with this, with stick, you grow up, yeah.
Really nice thing about these cars is the parts are relatively cheap. So if you can teach yourself how to work on it, it doesn't have to be an expensive car to own.
Yeah, you can probably fix anything on this thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I've torn the motor down to the timing components and stuff, so
sometimes
it can't
you
be
need
that hard to take it out.
Yeah, sometimes you need some special tools for that stuff. But...
And I always, like, I use this car as an opportunity to buy myself tools and stuff, right? Because tools are always a good investment in your future. You'll have them forever if you buy good quality tools. So if I'm working on the car and I need a cherry picker to pick an engine out, I'll go buy one, and I'll have it in my garage for the rest of my life, right?
Yeah. It's fun, yeah. It was thirsty, so we put a bit of gas in it, but let's see how do that go. Yeah, you know, the clutch is not that bad, actually. Yeah, just feel where it pulls off, you know. I don't know how you say it. In Italian we say dove stacca.
Like the engagement point or something?
Yes, exactly. So, but you get a handle of where that is, and then it works out pretty good. I mean, stick is stick at the end of the day. Yeah, I love Canada, man. Look at beautiful. It's like 10 minutes out and we're freaking in the middle of the forest, and now we're back in the house apartments area, right? underneath here.
Sure.
Real quick. Oh. I haven't had so much fun in a while, guys, I have to admit it. That's a cool car there.
It's an old hot rod.
And that, guys, was driving a Miata around Victoria. It was actually a pretty fun experience. You guys probably can tell by my smiles during it. But yeah, super cool guy, Harrison. He also said he's got a web page where he explained all the stuff he's done to the Miata, so I'll also put that in the description. So if you guys are interested in knowing more detailed what he's done on the car, you can definitely check it out there.
Over the winter, I've got a couple of things I want to do to the car. I'm gonna get the clutch done. I've got Mazda Speed competition motor mounts. I'm gonna get the seats reupholstered because the driver's one's pretty ripped up. And then I've got a set of wheels at home that I'm refinishing right now. They're 14-inch RS Watanabes, and they're a two-piece design, so they're like a vintage racing wheel from Japan.
Yeah.
You can get them here new, but they're really, really expensive. I got a sweet deal on them pre-owned. And yeah, after a little bit of work, they'll look great.
Should be pretty good. Yeah. I like the. It's pretty cool.
It's got that one. It's got the Miata Club of America sticker, which is
Yeah.
interesting because that club disbanded in 1996.
For real?
From what I've read.
Yeah.
So a lot of cars came with those from the factory. That shows that the window's never been replaced on this car.
Yeah.
And then it's got a sticker over on this side that matches my shirt.
Ooh. Drive tastefully.
It's Petrolicious, if you've ever heard of them. An amazing website and YouTube channel for like classic cars and just loving cars and driving. It's you'd like their videos. Really not that loud.
No, it's not bad. Yeah.
I want to show you this.
Yeah.
Sort of what's going on under the hood.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's all the whooshing noises they heard. So it's an APR carbon fiber intake. I think this is a USP Motorsports or something, but it's a wrinkled black metal, and then some heat shielding.
Yeah.
And then that and the downpipe and the tune is pretty much it for performance,
Yeah.
because these turbo cars respond so well to that. But then I've got a couple of little here and there bits and bobs. This is an oil cap from an Audi R8. So are these oil packs.
That's funny.
The oil cap is just for looks. The coil packs are supposed to be more reliable.
But that's beautiful out of the carbon fiber. Okay.
These are supposed to be red from the factory. I've blacked them out for that subtle look.
Yeah.
And then this is a front lip that was factory, but only on European models. They took it off for North American models. Rumor has it is because they couldn't get it to load onto the ship when it was shipped from Germany. And instead of putting them in the trunk, they just took them off completely.
Cool.
I don't know if that's true, but yeah, North American ones didn't have them, European ones did.
I like this guy here. He's got the Decepticon badge. Hit it, hit it. Nice. That's awesome. Launch control at the library here. Maybe next time.
I haven't launch controlled on the new tires yet, and I'm worried it might break stuff if we're being honest.
But it sounds good, man.
I drive like an angel on the island, I swear.
might want to rev it somewhere else because this thing is loud.
It's actually louder than I thought. Okay, let's give this a shot.
Have fun.
This is obscene.
It's a bit slow with the shifting, but
it's so loud. I don't even care if we're moving. It's just hilarious. Your neighbors
so
must
if you
hate
downshift around there, it's pretty good. Yeah.
This is the most antisocial car I've ever driven in my life. I love it. And I thought my car was too loud. How have you not gotten arrested in this thing?
You liked it?
Not really sure, but yeah, I think so.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour, Harrison.
That was fun, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I always love the opportunity to drive more cars.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's a Camaro with a V6 or a V8 or a 4-cylinder. I don't care if it's a pickup truck, if it's a Honda Civic. Like, I want to take in all the cars because then I get a better idea of what cars I like, right?
Yeah.
I like this though. This is, you know, it's not the fastest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's not the best handling thing in the world. It's not the best styled thing in the world. Exterior's pretty good looking. There's no rearward visibility.
Yeah,
there's hardly any frontward visibility if we're being honest. Like, but it's fun, and that's all that matters.
Like a space shuttle. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, it was a pleasure to have Harrison in the vlog here. Oh, there's the radar going on. But yeah, guys, make sure to smash that subscribe button and please stay in tune because many videos coming out. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, okay? Take it easy. Ciao.